In the beginning of this year, especially, so many people online, so much content was about, hey, this is not the new year, it's winter time, don't pressure yourself. The actual new year is the start of spring. And here we are. Spring has sprung, spring has started. It's getting warmer in the northern hemisphere. Spring is here. And I want to talk about the energetics because even though we've had a really intense first 3 months, it's really important to see the shift that is happening and to not lose faith because I know a lot of people had, including myself, had a very intense eclipse season from February to March, some very, very intense changes, some intense revelations of what can continue and what just no longer serves us, what's no longer working, and trying to put that into effect. Now, how do we get from that energy of letting go, of realizing what is wrong for you, into an energy of let's build something new after we have released the old that we no longer need, which was maybe a painful process, maybe a difficult process, or for some people, easier than they might have thought. So, with spring, especially if you live in a city, it's very possible that you have a bit of a harder time to connect to the energetics because we need nature to understand the energetics of each season. We need to be surrounded by it and not be surrounded by too many people. Of course, you can also see the vibes of the people around you. Yes, that is possible, but nature is still the biggest and best marker for us to understand what energies we can work with and which energies are advantageous to us at this time. So with spring, if you go out into nature, as I said, preferably without too many people around you, and sit down and just feel what happens around you, feel the energy around you, you might notice that the energy is going upwards, upwards towards the sky, upwards, just up, 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 because a lot of plants, it makes a lot of sense, a lot of plants are going upwards, they are blooming, they are blossoming, they are growing new leaves, there's new growth that obviously goes towards the sun because that's how plants are constructed, that's how plants are born. And that is sort of the energy that you can take with you into spring as well, because it makes it a lot easier to let go of the old. That season of winter that is very much downwards, that is very much inwards and downwards, very much about the soil and grounding yourself and going into some difficult processes of healing within yourself energetically during winter. That time is coming to an end. And those things have maybe left a bit of a void behind, a bit of an empty spot. If you did your job well and you actually let go of the things that no longer serve you, that's great. If you didn't, if you feel like there's some residue left energetically of the things that you had to let go, or things that ended and you were forced to let them go, whether that is a job, a relationship, a place you live, a friendship, family connections, all of these things that are difficult to let go, that process is like now is the time to finish that process of letting go and moving into something new. So, April or spring specifically, or Aries season, you could say, is asking you to sit down and reflect with your mind, but also with your heart about the things that you have not let go of, about where has the universe been yelling at you that something no longer works for you. And as I'm saying this, something is coming to your mind. I can tell. Something is coming to your mind. your job, relationship, family, whatever it is, something just came to your mind, write that down. What is it that you have been getting intuitive cues or maybe even physical cues or symbols happening around you where it's really telling you over and over and over again, this isn't right for you anymore? And when you have identified that thing, you can ask yourself a lot of questions about it. I'm not going to go through all of that, but that is the inner work you have to do. On my Patreon, I have a lot more resources for that. I have a meditation this month. I have journaling prompts and affirmations this month around this process. But what you have to do is become honest with what you can do to change that situation that no longer works for you. This is, I don't want to say your last chance, but this is a great chance to get rid of it with all of that spring energy, with all of that Aries energy, so that you can build something new. Otherwise, you might find yourself stagnating. You might find yourself not making progress because there's something that you have not let go of consciously or subconsciously. Now, when you've identified that, it's not always just about letting go. I know I've said like letting go 1,000 times in this video, but it's not just that. It's also finding ways to change it so that it fits you. Because at the end, letting go isn't about letting go for the sake of letting go, for the sake of, oh, it just ended, so I need to let it go. No, in the end, it is about creating a life, creating a situation, creating an environment in which you can thrive and heal. And in order to do that, you don't just need to push things away and let things go. You also need to set boundaries. You need to change the way you view things. You need to change your perspective. So maybe it's even just a matter of letting go of being ungrateful for your life. Maybe that's something you have to let go, a mindset that you have to let go, an old belief that you have to let go. Like, only if I work 40 hours a week, I can make a living. Only if I work 40 hours a week and do a good job, and someone tells me I do a good job, only then I am a worthy human being. These are things you might have to let go as well. And the great thing is, once you've identified that, and once you've identified actual steps of how you can change your situation, the spring energy is boosting you, supporting you in not only changing that and letting that go, but finding new pathways that you would not have thought possible before. That is what spring energy is all about, because every time that spring comes back around, every time that the flowers start blossoming again, that the trees start growing leaves again, there's this magic to it that we sometimes tend to ignore. You know what I mean? Sometimes we take it for granted. We're like, yeah, well, it's just spring. It just happens on its own. No, it doesn't. It's still magical. It's still fucking incredible that it happens every year again, that the sun rises every day and we're not left in darkness, except for people in the very north. I'm not speaking for people in northern Sweden, etc., where the sun doesn't rise sometimes. But anyways, you know what I mean. Appreciating that magic and being accessible, being a vessel for that magic of spring is so, so important. And opening your mind to that magic rather than just taking it for granted. And that opens new pathways, as I said, that you never would have thought were possible. Because we just take so many things for granted and think, yeah, that's just normal. That's just how my life is. That's just how it goes. No. That's not just how it goes. That's something that you built, whether it's bad or whether it's good. It's something that you called in. It's something that you built. It's something that you received from the universe. And you can be very, very proud of that, or you might need to see the need to change it. And seeing that in a positive way is much more hopeful and much more motivating than just seeing all the things that you cannot change. That will not help you find new pathways to make this world a better place. It's not just about you, it's about the whole world and how you can change it and how you can be a positive force in it. And that is what this spring is all about. Find out how you can improve your life, improve the world at large, tune into your creativity, your intuition, your softness, your strength, whatever it is that you need some more of, that you need a fresh little dose of. There's a lot. And bringing that in is so much easier in spring, and it's impossible in winter. If you had a great January, I don't want to take that from you. I'm proud of you if you had a great first quarter of the year. But a lot of us might not have hit those goals that we had. Because for me, for example, I've been wanting to declutter for a long time. And only now in April, I feel like there's a boost of energy coming. There's a boost of energy with the fucking start of spring, the start of Aries season. I am an Aries, so it makes sense. There has been a boost of energy of me being able to really tackle those goals that maybe I managed in the first few weeks of January, and then I kind of, had other things to do. I had some more inner work to do, a lot of it, a lot of healing in February and March. And now we are at a point of revelation, of activity, of new steps, of new pathways. And you can see that all around you in nature, but also in all of the people. So take some time to see where those new pathways are opening for you after you have let the old go and you've created some void, some new space to bring in the new. Now is the time to do that. Now is the time to really tackle new projects, to really fill that void that might have been left behind by all the things that no longer work for you. And now is the time to really act. And that is the energetics of spring, the beautiful path opening, upwards energy of growth, of change, of growing something that is worth growing and that will make you feel fulfilled and aligned and happy. Now is the goddamn time to do that. And if you're not in that vibe yet, if you're not feeling what I'm saying, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, as you say nowadays, then maybe there is some energetic residue left of something you just have to let go of, or something you have to change, a boundary you have to set, a limiting belief you have, something that you don't want to admit to yourself or to others. And once you've done that work, I promise that spring is supporting you so much in changing it and building something new. And if you want to go deeper with this, I do have on my Patreon a lot of resources for this month, for this April. I will do a meditation probably. I have journaling prompts, affirmations, an essay about the energetics, and a tarot reading that roots you in that energy of being open to change and to seeing those energetics as something you can work with. Not in a way of you have to be productive now, you have to reach all of your goals, but as a way of making leeway with whatever, rummaging, whatever change, whatever whatever's been cooking under the surface, energetically, whatever it is, it will make strides now. And that is a beautiful thing. And I'm really looking forward to spring season. Let me know if you feel it. Let me know if you see it similarly, or if you are in a totally different phase. And you can also write me a DM, especially on Instagram, if you want to talk more privately about some issue that you have. And if you want a reading with me, I have a shop as well. So all of that is in the description, how you can reach me and how we can talk about all of these spring and April energetics in this beautiful Aries season. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I could give you a little piece of motivation with this. And I would love to see you again. If you subscribe, if you can like this video, that does help. Thank you so much, and goodbye.